There was a new update to the Xbox dashboard where Microsoft Edge is now updated and actually quite useful. So previously we showed Stadia running on the Xbox Microsoft Edge, and now we're going to be showing off Xbox Cloud Gaming. So this is a way to stream a variety of games just right into the browser. You can also do it on your phone. Depending on your platform, there might be an app built in that you can use. Or you can use the web browser in order to circumvent some platforms that don't allow that, which, isn't the best. Anyways, so now you can stream games right to your Xbox Series X. And I guess you're kind of wondering, well, we could just play them, download them, whatever, we don't need to stream them. But what's cool about the streaming is the fact that you can play all of these games without actually having to download a game. So in the future, this might be a way that some people just experience these games. That just might be how they do so. For now, it's kind of neat because it's basically, you can look at it like a demo thing. It's like, I don't know if I want to download a game that's like 50 gigs, and you can just stream it right into your browser, xbox.com, like I think it's like slash play or something like that. It's pretty easy to find. But yeah, you'd be like, well, I don't know if I want to like this game or not. I don't know if it's going to be good. And you can just go in and you can try it like that. And again, in the future, it's going to be like, maybe you like it for other reasons and, whatever. The whole point of it is to showcase, kind of how this is going here. Browser unsupported. Yeah, anyways. Continue anyways. We're showing it off. I mean, it's a beta. It's work in progress. What is funny, though, is the browser for Microsoft Edge. That is Microsoft isn't working on this one. I think that's kind of funny. But anyways, you pick your game, you play it, and it starts running. So for context, basically I have a 130 to 30 megabits internet, so that is 130 down, 30 up, and we are on Xbox Series X, of course. I think we can tap I think it's like hold the back button, should, yeah, full screen here. And then we want to click on the screen to play with the controller. Sometimes bringing up the menu there kind of helps with that. But yeah, so we're kind of capped off. I think it's 1080 at 60 now. We're just going to kind of show off how Halo the Master Chief is kind of running and how it's loading. We'll do the first mission here and show off just a bit of it, and then a couple other games just so you can see them in action, so you have an idea of how it's running and whatnot. And I think it's looking, pretty good. It seems like the signal stuff's decent. They've been working on, improving the cloud gaming quite a bit for, well, their service and whatnot. Keeping in mind it's still beta. It seems like it's in beta for a long time, but it is something that they want to improve because this very likely is the future of gaming at some point. And I think it's kind of interesting and exciting that you can play a whole game like the Master Chief Collection. I think it's like, what, 80 plus gigs or something like that. And we're playing it here, without having to actually download it onto the console. And it's not necessarily a perfect experience yet, but they're definitely working on it. And you can even see, like, there's some little artifacting here or there, but for the most part, it actually seems to be running quite well and looking pretty good, as a comparable experience. I think that's really, really neat. So there will be some options that we're going to show in a little bit here, but I want to present a bit of the game in action so that you can see it before we show some of the ways to like back out of a game and everything like that, which I think is kind of important. Yeah, it's also a great time, if you haven't, to like the video and stuff, and subscribing is great as well as we continue showing off some of the cool things that you can do right from your browser on the Xbox. Again, for now, it's like it's not necessarily a practical thing that everybody's going to be doing, but it's a neat thing that you can do. That's the biggest thing, right? And it's just kind of like utterly fascinating to me to be experiencing it like this. Yeah, I'm not actually even sure if I'm getting any sound off of this, which is kind of funny. I actually don't think I hear any sound. That's not the best. Wonder why that is happening, because usually there is actually like audio in that when I was testing this prior, so it could be just a particular streaming situation here. At least you can see the picture and get an idea of how it's running and whatnot, which I think is pretty cool. So we just slaughter these different grunts. Yeah, it's neat to see how it's come, because even beforehand it was way more like pixely and whatnot. Down you go, grunts, and then there's of course the signature skull we gotta get here. But yeah, I always loved using Halo MCC as a showcase, and you can do multiplayer and everything here. Just keep in mind, it's gonna be very reliant on your internet speeds. So we're probably gonna want to back out. So usually I think double tapping the back button and then holding the start button will give you this option to use game controls or give you this little mouse thing. So we kind of want to back out and we want to quit the game so that we can show off another game. How do I try something like DayZ? That might be a fun experience to kind of go in here. Let's see what DayZ has to offer on the game streaming. Another good one to showcase because it's like multiplayer focus, which is kind of fascinating. Go away and please share your feedback. Well, you know who I am. It is weird that the Xbox logo loads up every time before. Is that because it's loading the Series X blades? That's kind of fascinating. That would make sense then. That's why we're getting the faster loading and whatnot, is because it's using the Series X blades. That is really quite cool. And DayZ is DayZ, so some of the loading stuff's gonna be like reliant on actually how DayZ is running, because this game is like hit or miss, in regards to some of the connection stuff. Might not even be out of the realms of what they're trying to do with the streaming thing. This game's got some hitches on its own, so I'll try to point those out, when they come up, when it's a hitch from the actual game and when it's something that is actually impacted by the cloud gaming technology. And this really is truly a fascinating thing. Like, this is the infancy of what is really going to be a fascinating technology going forward and into the future. Like, this is going to be really neat. And we'll jump ahead to actual gameplay so I don't have to sit here for 70 seconds. Alright, here we go. We're in DayZ running around. You'll see all the texture loading in. That's just from the trees in the game itself. But this game is heavily pixelized, pixelated due to some of the, kind of cloud gaming just streaming in. I don't know how that shows up. If you see any hitches where it pauses, that's just DayZ. That's just how the game runs. And, yeah, it's definitely heavily pixelated. But we've got sound and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Yeah, let's continue along here. That's actually kind of neat how that's running. Continue moving along the tracks and get over to this encampment over here. Yes, the open wonders of the DayZ world. Always an exciting thing to see. Definitely says that our network is unstable. I find that fascinating. I'm not downloading any. Wow. I mean, like, fluidity-wise, it seems good. Visually, it's not bad. Yeah, keeping in mind that a multiplayer game is going to be a little bit more demanding on top of everything. I want a proper weapon. Die from these zombies that are trying to kill me because, zombies gotta eat, that's for sure. I suppose there's like a melee weapon here. Loot is always hard to come across in this game. I'm glitched. And again, not an xCloud issue, just literally the game itself. You get stuck on things sometimes. Yeah, it's not bad. You can definitely see there's a little bit more demand on this one than the other ones. But this will be keeping up with it decent well. But that's like a blurry mess. It would be very hard to play this and compete with others, like shooting-wise, but yeah, I think you're just going around exploring and whatnot. It's actually like pretty decent, which is. Okay, let's go ahead and let's perish from these zombies here. We can show off a different game running. Bring it! As per usual, we have to show Forza Horizon 5, the latest entry in the Forza series, at least at this given time that we're recording this. I mean, Horizon 5 is on the way too, right? But yeah, I always like showing this one off and showcasing it because, well, it's a fantastic title. But on top of that, it is a racing game, a different genre, and it is fast-paced with quick-moving kind of elements to it, so you can kind of see, again, how it's performing. When it gets a little too fast, some of the pixelization pops up, but for the most part, it actually does look just fantastic. And it does handle quite well, and it's a decent racing experience that you can have, and I think this is just a fantastic option for, well, enjoying what Forza has to offer. It's always one of my little showcase ones, right? Kind of giving this one a go. Here I am, whipping along the coast. Okay, he's got such a ridiculous suit on. It is really fascinating seeing this technology change, though. You know, obviously I checked out Stadia, and I think that one's really, really doing a great job. And you see Xbox, you know, catching up here, working on stuff. And then, you know, right now you're kind of like, oh, there's, you know, you see some pixelization, you see some stuff like artifacting and stuff, but in the future, someday this will be a flawless experience. You'll just be able to jump in, you won't have to load, you won't have to download anything, you'll just play games. I think that's really exciting. You'll see it, you know, just on TVs and everything built in as an app probably too, which is kind of amazing. They really are actually building like the future of gaming, and you're seeing just kind of the start of it, the humble beginnings, really the infancy of it, and I think that is so exciting to me actually to be showcasing this and, you know, presenting it like I am. I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, it definitely feels really good. Just wish I could get Killer Instinct going. It just does not want to seem to run. And I think with that, we should jump on to showcasing the next game. Forza-thon live event begins. Whoa, I don't know about this. Well, that's like a nice time of year too. You can get like the winter year or something like, or the winter time or something like that in this one. This is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And I've loaded up without any of my mods, so I have no idea what the particular situation is right now, but we are dealing with it as is. But yeah, I thought, you know, since this is now a first-party game, you might as well showcase it in this particular presentation of the cloud gaming, right? Now you can play Skyrim literally anywhere, which is kind of exciting. But we're choosing to play it on the Series X in a streamed fashion. What a weird way to kind of, I don't know, I guess interact with games, I suppose you could say. It's just like utterly fascinates me that we're able to, you know, experience games like this. It's so different. So cool. Like honestly, it's just completely surprising. Obviously, this iconic experience. Maybe Halo did have music playing, and I was just like, the speaker's too low or something, because I definitely hear audio in all these other ones. Yeah, I know about oceans and that. There's potions, that was a stamina counter. The world of Skyrim Special Edition comes alive. And it's pretty good too. I mean, there's definitely some artifacting in that, but it does actually look pretty good. See how the town folks are doing. Hello there.
What? What is it now, Mother?
Papa isn't too friendly with strangers, but you seem
Alright, and let's, I guess, show off one final game at this point, just giving you glimpses of life into the world of these different titles. So this is Perfect Dark. I mean, this is a really good kind of ending point to showcase this one in action. I mean, especially with Perfect Dark coming back in the near future, I think this is perfect. Definitely perfect. Solo missions. Let's just do right from the beginning. Let's get down to it. So Perfect Dark is fantastic, and it's a, you know, a great title, and it's a 360 title, which is kind of neat. I was trying to do the emulated menu there. That wasn't a good idea. Oh, it does pop up the emulated menu. It just kind of glitches it a little bit. Fascinating. Wow, this looks absolutely fantastic. Little bits of artifacting at the top, but yeah, this is good. Perfect Dark is a great game if you never played it. Probably one of the best shooters ever made, which is kind of neat. But yeah, let's whip through here and annihilate some folks. Looks so clean. Oh, I shot that guy too. I didn't even mean to. Joanna, just absolutely savage in here. What a great FPS, eh? Great music, cool gunplay. And what's amazing is somewhere in some data center, like way across the world or something like that, or close to, I don't know, somewhere there's a data center, and it's like some little Series X is just kicking up and playing this game for me. It's just kind of marvelous to think about. From a tech perspective, I find it so fascinating. Anyways, that was Perfect Dark, and this has been the Xbox Cloud Gaming Experience. I hope I showcased it decently well, gave you an idea of how it's running, and of course you can try for yourself too, right? It's kind of a cool thing in that regard. It's just like this new Edge browser opens up a whole world of new possibilities and things for us to do on the console platform, which is, for me, quite amazing, right? What a cool time to be gaming and experiencing different things.